The MVP is SGA.
Why, Shaq?
Denver's
I
first
saw
and
something
best
today. He's one of few guys that have 50, 30-point games in the season.
Yeah.
Did you know that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, is a superstar in the making? If not, one who has already arrived.
Come on, yeah, Davion, yeah. Lock that up. Lock that up. Lock that up. Off. Lock who up?
So that was SGA last night back in his homeland of Canada. I love the fan interaction. You know, on today's NBA Rundown, we are going to talk about SGA for most valuable player. I know it's a little bit early in the season to be having this conversation, but I have to say, if SGA is actually going to win this award, it is going to be because people in the media are actually talking about SGA as a legitimate MVP candidate. That is the topic on the NBA Rundown today. Hey, new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe and, of course, like this video. Also, check out our audio version on Spotify, Apple, or wherever the hell you might actually be getting your podcasts from. Now, SGA is basically having the same season that he had last season. He's averaging just under 30 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists a game. Basically, if you look at the numbers, they're flat this year versus last year. At the end of the day, SGA last season could have easily won the Most Valuable Player of the Year award. Now, last night in Canada, his homeland, and yes, there was a Drake sighting at the game. 129-92 was the final. SGA had his 5th game in a row on the road where he scored at least 30 points or more. SGA has, quite frankly, one of the silkiest, smoothest mid-range jump shots I have ever seen in the NBA. He also has really one of the best handles, one of the best first steps in the NBA. SGA, who has a 7-foot wingspan and has been in the league since 2018, was originally drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, traded on draft day to the Clippers. He played 1 year with the Clippers, and then the Clippers fell in love with Kawhi Leonard and shipped him off to OKC, where he suffered for several years. Now, at this stage of the game, at this part of the season, if you were to look at the Kia Most Valuable Player ladder, as they like to call it, you have the Joker in first place, you have Giannis right underneath that, and you have Jason Tatum. Now ask yourself this question. Is SGA a different kind of player than those three I just mentioned? And of course he is. Look, he's not a big man, though he does have a 7-foot wingspan. But SGA's game is completely different. And so he's never going to have these statistics that a Giannis, a Joker, or even a Jason Tatum is able to put up. So you have to look at some other factors when actually considering who the most valuable player should be in the association. I personally thought that SGA got absolutely jobbed last year. And while I think Jokic is a great player for sure, I think SGA could have easily won the Most Valuable Player of the Year award if the people who were actually voting for the award stopped just looking at the statistics. And if they are going to be looking at the statistics, who finished in first place in the Western Conference last season? I am just saying, of course, it was SGA. Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, as we all know, at this point, is averaging 29.8 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, and 6.4 assists per game. The Oklahoma City Thunder, as of today, currently have a 2.5 game lead already over the Houston Rockets. The team is 17-5. They have the 3rd best record in the association, with, of course, the Cavaliers and the Celtics ahead of them. but in the much more highly competitive Western Conference, we're basically night in and night out in the West, outside of Utah. And if the Pelicans get healthy and the Trailblazers are just pesky and dangerous at times, basically everybody else is a potential loss for a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, I absolutely love the roster that the Thunder organization has put together at this point. Now, I know Chet Holmgren is out. Alex Caruso came back and has been playing the last couple of games. J-Dub is just absolutely fantastic and so much fun to watch. I have to say, the Oklahoma City Thunder are my current favorite team to actually watch in the NBA. If you will, they are must-see TV or must-see streaming if you're streaming their games. So at the end of the day, if SGA is actually going to have a legitimate chance of winning this year's Most Valuable Player of the Year award, between the fans and the media, people are actually going to need to start talking about it now. Because if they wait until we get into the last quarter of the season, quite frankly, it will be too late because everybody will just be looking at the statistics, the rebounds, the assists, and the points. And while SGA will be right there with the points, he will never have as many rebounds per game, nor could he, as a Giannis or a Joker or even a Jason Tatum. All right, I'd love to know what your thoughts and opinions are on SGA. For the NBA Rundown, I'm Dave DeBaugh, wishing you all a tremendous rest of your sports viewing day.
The MVP is SGA.
Why, Shaq?
Denver's
I
first
saw
in the
something
West.
today. He's one of few guys that have 50, 30-point games in the season.
Yeah.
Did you know that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, is a superstar in the making? If not, one who has already arrived.
Come on, yeah, Davion, yeah. Lock that up. Lock that up. Lock that up. Off.
This is Phoenix.